Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 27th of April, and starting with the DAX on the 4-hour chart and just keeping it simple from this wave 1 and 2 here going up to wave 3 here, and looking for 5 waves within that sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here. Doesn't quite feel right, really. I feel like that this wave 3 should be up here further for this, but that's another story. From wave 2 low here to the top of wave 3 here, then we're looking for a 38.2% retracement level. So technically we should be looking from the previous wave 4 all the way up to the 38.2% retracement level. So that's the area that we should be looking at here for this. So I'll just drill in here for that section. So just on the hourly chart here. So we're looking, we're still looking for this, and the same with the S&P 500 as well. And I have to say that in this case, and also the Stoxx 50, there's a good case of 5 waves down here. So coming back up to the 50-60% retracement level, and then dropping from here would be, it would be what we're looking for. I'd expect this being wave B here, if that is the case, with wave A here, an A and a B and a C wave here. This is corrective as an A, B, C pattern here. So we should be taking that top out of wave A here. Is this sufficient just to have that sitting there? I'm not really sure about that. I also don't want to go long unless we, are well above all of this, and that would be at the 15,400 with the classic trading levels pattern sitting above the 78.6% retracement level. So look, we've just been hanging in there all this time. So we just still got to stay there. It's looking pretty weak. We know that Mondays and Tuesdays are sort of the follow-on from the strong Friday. And then from Tuesday, a little bit on Tuesday, more on Wednesday, and more on Thursday really are the swing days, I call them. So in a bullish weekly cycle, we would see Thursday being the bear day. So, this is sort of where we are at the moment with this. Normally I'd be looking for on 15,000, which is a medium level. Then we have 1, 2, and 3 here, which is group 1, minor group 1. So getting a tested support with a classic trading levels pattern sitting on top of the 3 there is that's something that we'd also look for to go long as well. But in this case, I don't really want to do it just yet in this one, because we're just stuck in that B wave. But normally we'd be looking for a pattern like this. If that was the 15,300 here, we'd look for the arrival, which is the resistance, which we've got, and then the first high above the level, and then a corrective pattern, and then look to move in over this side across here. But we don't have that as support just yet for this. Looking at this here, you'd think that this would be wave 1 up here with wave 2 here, and then wave 3, 4, and 5 coming up here. That's what with the B wave being up over here somewhere, that's what I would think. But I'm not too sure. So look, we're in a rock and a hard place, so we just need to leave that. I'm going to have a look at the Stoxx 50. It's just the daily chart here, and I've got a much bigger trend for this as well. So I'll need to compare that to the S&P 500, the S&P 500 and the DAX and that, of course. But this one just feels right here, which is a much bigger, longer picture to the upside. So perhaps we can, look at that later with the S&P and the NASI and the DAX and so on. But look, the point here for the Stoxx 50 is that we're at 4,000, which is a big number, big sticky number. I call it a medium level, halfway between 2 major levels, 3,000 and 5,000. So it's just normal to see some sort of, vibration there for a while. So the market, what I'm trying to say, this market is not going very far from here. So on the long side, don't think that you're missing anything. just cutting through onto the 15-minute chart here. Look, all of this is a little bit scraggly coming up through here for this. I'm still going to call it wave B here for the time being. I still think there's more upside here. If I pull this apart on the tick chart here, just 100 ticks on this little thing here, and I've counted it. I've tried to count it. I've tried to be positive with it in terms of an impulse wave. So I'd probably have to look at this as wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C for wave 2. I can see that there's 5 waves in this sequence, so I can see there's 3 in here, 5 in here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for third wave, fourth wave, and then a little 5-wave structure in here for 5 of 3. Nice sideways pattern for wave 4, and up for wave 5 to make 3, then an ABC pattern for wave 4, and then up for wave 1. I'm not too sure about this, but I've just popped wave 2 here. But if that's wave 1, this is not finished to the upside then. You know, that's what I'm also thinking. So I would have to get at least another, even if it was an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here, would still be looking for a little bit more upside here for this. So in this case, I'm counting it as 1 and 2. So that means it would have to call this as a low in here. But I have to say that this move coming down here, when we look at it, well, the first thing that sticks out is this strong move in the middle here. So we could think those as, obviously that's all the third wave. We could see these as the 1s and 2s in here and the 3s and 4s in here, or 3, 4 and 5 here for that. So this would have to be all of the third wave here, which would make this the 4th and this the 5th wave down here. And then all of this would make the first wave here. So then you can go in and count it, probably 1 and 2 here. A little bit short on there. Oh, you could take it to here, I guess. Anyway, there'll be 5 waves in here. A bit hard to call it an A and a B and all of that, a C wave here for that. So I think this is a corrective move. I'm just not sure how to count it, that's all. But after this correction here, if that's wave 1 here, then we should still be seeing more upside here for that. And the FTSE, the same deal as well, in that looking at this as the A wave here, the B wave and the C wave here. Now, I would only be wrong here if the 7,000 became the support, and then we would look to go long at that point. But otherwise, we've just been cautious about this B wave here. So 4 hours to 1 hour chart here. So looking at this as the A wave here, the A, the B, and the C wave here. And if that's the case, I mean, that's not quite the low. I should take it from here, but I was looking for 5 waves up here, probably as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, 4th and 5th. So I was going for an A and a B and a C wave just to here. If that is the case, then we've got 1, 2 in here. Not worried about that spiky thing there, but 1 and 2 in here, and then this would all be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd still need another little move up here for this as well, here in this instance, to finish that off. Unless I've made a mistake here, we've got to look at that as wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 5 here, but we've got overlapping wave structures between 4 and 1. So I'm a bit unsure about that, but at the same time, I'm not that bothered with it at this stage. I don't see, like, the market's not going to, you know, it can move to 7,000, but it's going to stick here for a while, so we're not going to miss anything. And if it does become the support, we'll still have to wait for that, the arrival, the reaction, first high above the level, and we start looking at, you know, long trades on that side of it over here, so to speak. But we're not there yet, and we're also facing the possibility. I may be wrong, but we could be facing that wave C there. So that's why I haven't gone long in a lot of these here, because of this risk here. Otherwise, we'll just track the 5 waves down here in all these indices and pick it up at the low here and then move off again from that point. But if I'm wrong, we'll have to do it from the 7,000 in this case. But yeah, we need a session or two to play out here. So those midday week swing days will probably play out the Wednesday and the Thursday. So they're the ones that we need to watch out for. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. I don't think there's much more I can cover on these. So they're pretty much the same story with the S&P. We're going through this with the S&P 500 as well. So not a lot of difference in all of them. So it's a good idea to keep an eye on all of them to see if one leads, because then the other ones will follow. So that can make life just a little bit easier. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.